What is up, my Pokey friends? Sending some Pikachus into your heads. Today, we are going to be going over some of the best Pokemon decks right now in the meta of January 24th. So, we are starting off with the Lost Box, Sableye, and Radiant Charizard. So, Lost Box decks, they are pretty complicated, but what you really need to do is focus on using your Comfy, using the flower selecting ability, getting your cards into the lost zone, and then bringing it back, switch chart, bring up your next Comfy, do the same thing. When you have 4 or more in the lost zone, you can use Cramorant Spit Attack for no energy cost, dealing 110 damage. Sableye uses its lost Mind Attack to place 10 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. Manphy does not protect that, but Jirachi does. Radiant Charizard gets close to the at the close end of the game when your opponent has taken five prize cards. You'll be able to use its Combustion Blast for 1 fire energy, and it does 250. So yeah, this is what the Sableye Charizard deck is about. And Pidgeot right here, Pidgeot allows it to be shuffled back into the deck so that you never run out of cards. Up next, we got the Snorlax Stall deck. This deck is very fun, but you gotta play it like a long time for you to win. So Snorlax, it uses its block ability to trap your opponent's active Pokemon from retreating, and you use Pidgeot to search for that for cards, Rotom to draw cards, Mimikyu to prevent damage from EXs, and then you use Misfortune Sisters to go in and take out an item card out of their top 6 or 7 cards. Erica's Invitation, you put one of your opponent's basic Pokemon from their discard on their bench, then bring it into the active position. So that could be like their unuseful Brute Bonnet in a Roaring Moon deck, and then what you do there is it's in the active spot. They can't do anything with it, and it's just stuck there until they either run out of cards from their deck or concede. But this deck, it takes a while. Your games are going to be longer if you decide to go the Snorlax route. Up next, we got the Mew VMAX Genesect deck. This Mew VMAX set has been around for so long, and it's still in the top deck. When the next rotation comes, Mew is not going to be available anymore. But for now, this deck doesn't play the Meloetta, but it focuses on Mew using Cross Fusion Strike to attack with Genesect's Technoblast attack for 210, and Genesect's ability allows you to draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you do Fusion Strike Pokemon. So then that's why the Fusion Strike energy helps. It can be put on like Mew or something. Double Turbo energy is focused in this deck that attacks your Mew for its Cross Fusion Strike attack. And then everybody knows a lot about this Mew deck. It's been around so long. Up next, we got Miraidon EX and Iron Hands. This is not actually the version that I play of Miraidon. It only has one Mew EX in it and no Squawk ability. But so you get a Miraidon, put it on the bench, use its tandem unit, get another Miraidon and Raikou V. Then you use the other Miraidon, you can grab Iron Hand and like Mareep, so you can evolve into Fluffy, so that you can use the Dominator ability, so that when your energy goes in your discard pile, you can easily use its ability, put it back on one of your bench Pokemon. Iron Hands, it's amped very much attack. It does 120 damage, but you get an extra prize card. So if I was to knock out this Mareep with that attack right here, I would get 2 prize cards instead of 1 prize card. Mew, I guess it allows you to draw cards. Squawk ability allows you to discard your hand and draw a new hand. Battlefield IP Pass, everybody knows what that does. Force Steel Stone allows you to search your deck for any card you want out of your deck, but it can only be attached to V's to use its ability, and it counts as your V-Star power during your turn. So if, say you had a Lightning type V-Star in there, like Magneton V-Star, you use this thing, you would not be able to use the Force Steel Stone as well. Up next, we got the Gardevoir EX deck sitting at number 3. Some of these cards are going to get taken out when the next rotation hits. So, what your main goal is to evolve your vaults into this curly and keep it there as long as you can, because you can use its refinement ability, or you could evolve it into this Gardevoir, which is the Shiny Arcata ability. Allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them in your hand. If there's any energy, you can go ahead and attach them. This Gardevoir EX right here, it allows you to take an energy out of your discard pile, but attach it to another Pokemon, but it takes 30 damage in the process. So, and it takes a little while to get set up. By the way, you got the backup attackers here. You got Cresselia, you got Zacian V, and then you now have Screamtail, which is another good backup attacker, which you use the Professor Turo's something to do something. I don't know what that does, because I haven't used that card before. But Fog Crystal allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon or a Psychic Energy. Um, Same thing with the Forest Seal Stone. You can either have Zacian or Lumineon. Avery allows you to draw 3 cards and discard your opponent's Pokemon until they only have 4 on their bench, I believe. And then that deck is pretty simple to play, I guess. Next up is the Lost Box Giratina deck. So, same goal. You use the Comfy, use the Flower Selection to get cards in the Lost Zone. For Kramer, come up, use its Spit Attack for free, no energies. Radiant Greninja discards energies, draws cards. Sableine's Lost Mind Attack places damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon or any of your Pokemon. Giratina, you can use it to Abyss Seeking to get cards and put cards in the Lost Zone. But then once you evolve it into Giratina V-Star, it can use Star Requiem to knock out any opposing Pokemon, and it can use its Lost Impact for 280 damage. So that is a very good card right there, Giratina. As a super rod, allows you to take Pokemon and energy out of your discard and shuffle them back in your deck. Switch card, same thing on Comfy, same thing with the Jet Energy, you can put it on Comfy. Path to the Peak, I wouldn't use that until you are basically done with the Greninja, or if you're not using Greninja as much, because it does block any abilities for Pokemon that have a rule box. Up next, we got the Charizard EX deck right here. So you got Charmander just right here. You evolve him into Charizard for a Candy Orb with that one Charmeleon. Charizard uses its Infernal Region ability, or Infernal Rain ability, whatever, to search that for 3 basic fire energy and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Rotom, it allows you to draw cards but ends your turn. Lumineon, once you play it on your bench, you get to search that for a Sporter card. Mew, you look at the top several cards of your deck, and if there's any Sporter cards, you get to put them in your hand. Manphy protects the bench from Pokemon like Kyogre with the Aqua Swarm attack, and Jirachi protects your bench from being damage counters being placed on your bench Pokemon, like Sableine's Lost Mind attack. And then, I don't know what Justified Gloves, Vitality Band, I don't know why those are in there. That must be something that I haven't done before, because I have never played with those 2 cards in the Charizard EX deck before. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers for a live giveaway. Till next time, peace out, guys.